the Law Enforcement Pirate Radio Network. Radio Free Larry presiding.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Radio Free Larry.
All right, here we go again. Buckle up. Rough roads ahead. So, yeah, that was pretty bizarre. But Satan had already kind of made it so it would be a little difficult for me to broadcast. So I had to go. I was low on gas, and I had to go to my room and get some things, and it went from having 20 miles left to 0, like in a second. But I had to get this done. I knew that. But that's the same thing with the card payment. Right now, it's very difficult to pay, and the criminal spies. All right, come to the intersection of Neiman when you get a chance, and 87th. Come out of the gas station and face the Lenexa Drive sign. And that's funny. It's pointing. Watch it point to the right, and look. I don't know in the daytime what it looks like. It's like twilight, and there's 2 big crosses over here. I don't see the third one, so I'm not sure what that means. But they're telephone poles. So I'm not sure what that is. I guess I could drive over there and see what that is. But they're like standing out pretty heavy. All right, it's probably I just heard something. It's like a cemetery type of thing. So Heel Lenexa Drive, traveling from whatever this road is. What is this road again? 87th or something? 79th, 85th. Hut. It's allergy season, so things get a little fuzzy. Now, if I had my new apartment, I was just thinking today, God timed it perfect. If I had gotten into the apartment I needed to in the last month, it was perfect timing. So what it would do is that would take people that are susceptible to not paying their cards to cause them to not payment. I never saw it before. It was always like people that were paying cash and then maybe that was what caused it, because people that were paying cash were angry or something. But people that were paying cash always had to wait for the other thing, for the cash payment register to open up. Why am I going this way? Oh, that's it. Jesus must be driving. No, I was going to go somewhere else. It's the same store, but I was going to go somewhere else. I have to buy 2 pieces and glue them together. It's not going to work any other way. It's going to be about $20 more expensive because I have to buy a couple of 24-inch clamps from Harbor Freight. I think I missed them probably already. I think I have the microphone set wrong. It seems like there's too much bass for some reason. I set it. I put it back to the default setting, but it's getting kind of funky. So what what I wanted to do, am I fading out or what is this? Yeah, it's still a little loud. I can see that. Just went up in the yellow. I wanted to put in Hebrew on the front of the Torah ark, the beginning of Ezekiel 34. Because the word of the Lord came unto me saying, or something like that. I think it is the wording. That's perfect for the front of a Torah ark. But God said, because the woman that does it for a great price, I'm glad she exists, but she doesn't do it smaller than 2.5 inches and it won't fit. If I go with someone else, that thing could cost me $35 instead of like $20 or something like that. Even though I'm getting smaller letters, like, maybe it was 2.5 inches, it'd probably do 1.5 inches and it would probably fit. But God said, that just shows you maybe there's another ark down the road, a bigger one that you have to build. And that would mean I'd have an apartment. Ash, you know. A lot of times, I'm not as quick with it here, but I still do. I used to take trash out as I created it. If I ate something, the trash went out to the dumpster. I'm not some lets it sit around generally. It has happened when they attack because they're cursing you so bad, nothing goes right. I think I'm on the right road. What road is this? Yeah, it should take me through. There's a strange energy out again tonight at this point. It wasn't here earlier. Could be because I saw them, they're cursing me. It could have brought demons. You're not going to make me a Jonah. You're just never going to make me a Jonah. So you heal that to begin with. We got to heal people from not paying their bills. They have to pay their bills, and they shouldn't be deceived into not paying their card payments. But it started like last weekend, and I'm like, that's kind of weird because everywhere I went, it said no card payments, no card payments, and usually the register says no cash or something like that. And I know that Walmart and Home Depot are part of the screwy partners who claim that they're investigating everything when they're killing people for remuneration. Well, I know my ex-wife wouldn't do that. I mean, I don't know her now, but when we were married, we would never do that to people. I mean, she would come up. Well, she would say stuff, but again, she'd see, so they were probably killing us, and I didn't know it. I don't know. They cursed my coffee somehow. So they're increasing in power, and it could be because there's a market rally and they have a little bit extra money. So I'm sure God will take it all back because they haven't learned their lesson. So I'm sure the market will drop at a certain point. God may have let the market up to see what they would do. And what they did is they traded that mammon status and anti-power, in to attack people. They call it politics. They call it law enforcement. They call it, spy versus spy, whatever they call it. The good old boys, the secret society, whatever it is, but it's what I say it is. Sometimes they call it church. So God rally a bit to see if they learned their lesson. But I guess they didn't. Because that's what's happening. We're freeing as the market drops. So that tells you who it is. Are they removing my name from the Amazon vehicles? Are they mad at me? Probably God put it on there to begin with. Well, I actually helped build that place inside. And when it came time to deny the bribes and the money and the pressure to come against me, they took the money. The 30 pieces of silver. That's the big one. They all take that 30 pieces of silver, including the church. You wouldn't even need 30 pieces of silver to pay to do Jesus. If Jesus came here and said something to the church, they'd be like, take him out. Call the boys. Well, I have to return something to Lowe's, so I have to go and buy from Lowe's. I don't generally like buying from another outlet. If I return something, I try to get it from that original place that I returned it at. I already returned one, but I thought this one would be good enough. I got it home, and it's just, I've never seen wood that bad. I just don't know what's going on there as far as the panel. It's telling me to lacquer it to seal the knots. And I saw a piece there that was really big that was very similar. But I remember all of them had those small, tight knots that were very flat. You didn't have to do anything to it but paint it. I used milk paint too. I didn't even use any primer with it. That's it soaks into the wood anyway. So I'll just glue it together and there won't be a seam. But that requires about another $15 in investment and the board and all. But then I have generally a 2-foot piece left over, 2x12, and that could be my upper deck where I put my what is that thing? The 2 lions and the tablets, the 10 Commandments tablets, and some wording. And then I build the on top of that. It'll be the pediment. So I don't know what's going on tonight, but it's already moving weird. Who knows? It could be something in my vehicle. I had this in the shop a couple times. I could have put something like spot comes around and turns on the device. The ultrasonic hits you. I mean, it's the kind of people they are. There's no stopping them. So God will have to do it. Well, stay peaceful. Praise God in all that you do.